Okay. Maybe you're missing like up to now for YouTube pod. Sorry.
That's fine.
Okay, but anyways, yeah. So because you know Lee Sin's on this top side timer, and you can't really play for this 2v2. So here I would just be farming. Like I said, I think you should open on Gromp, and then did wolves, and then hover this mid side, and then look for grubs when it spawns. This is slightly unfortunate.
Mhm.
But yeah, like stuff like this is like kind of what differentiates like really good junglers from like mediocre junglers. Because here, your game plan would have been really winning, right? If you just farmed your top side, you don't get chunked out, and then you would have got grubs for free, right? Lee Sin would have to respawn to bot side, go to bot side. Even if they kill top and you don't get chunked out, like it's completely fine if you get your camps, because then your top would have death tempo. But here you're getting pushed out, and it's like you're losing on this side of the map when you shouldn't be. You know what I mean?
Right.
What's your thought process right now? Open up on the map.
Um, I thought because like we have both of our laners like pushing out, we could probably fight the Grubs. And
Um,
then I also have Grump up, so I have like a camp to fall back on.
so my problem here is that they don't have to like you. Looks like I don't think this is good. I think you cause Scuttle spotting and you have all bots at camps. The problem with opening on grubs here is that they probably took one, maybe two, and then they can leave. Like they can easily dip out. So in here, I feel like you should use your tempo since they are on grubs. You should look for the split map. So basically here, bots pushing out. Bot's gonna be able to bounce this wave. I think you should just open on bot side, get your Scuttle, and then maybe look for Dragon would have been better. But actually, he only did one grub, so I guess this is also fine. Yeah, this is also fine. I think both decisions were okay. I think this is fine. Skipping your Gromp is actually a good decision because you kind of want to be on bot side on this timer. So I think skipping your Gromp here is really fine. I think you play this fine actually.
I didn't think that like Kai'Sa was just gonna like shred my like HP, but I guess I just didn't have any like cooldown, so I was just kind of playing an auto game with like the auto attacking class.
Yeah, and she had both stuns, but I don't. No, I think you play this fine. I think this is like all fine. Besides this, but regardless, she would have been able to run you down here. So I think this was fun. I was thinking maybe you didn't need to E, but yeah, it's just losing. But I think you respawned fine. Like you were looking on the map. I think this is fine. Okay, now what are you thinking? You just got 3 kills. Open on the map. Yeah, you took your Raptors. Everything else is up. What are you kind of thinking right now?
I think I can just go to my top side, clear my 3 camps top side since they just respawned, and then look on the bot side for like for Dragon or his bot camps, and whenever they come up.
Yeah, I agree. I think open on top side here is ideal because now you're at this stage of the game where your top is losing. I think it's actually better to play through your bot side. Because once they have level 6, you can actually look for quite a few plays. If you were actually stronger in this situation, and let's say you were really fed this game, your team is winning. The correct decision would be to open on red and then like do dragon, for example, right? Let's say you're really fed, the game's like 9-0 or some shit. It would be better to open on bot side. But because your game is kind of behind, everything's on you. You kind of want to just play for yourself and keep up the efficiency. Because yeah, so opening on top side here is definitely correct. I mean, it's fine. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, your camp, like, you could be cutting it a lot better, but
Yeah.
that's like something like you get better at over time. I think it's like something like you can really get like coached out of. Mid has flash, so I don't even look for a game. Bot wave is whatever. Here, I think you should have looked bot. I think you should have hovered here. Because Leona's close to 6. But honestly, they kind of just inted. I see where you're going here too, though, because your Raptors is about to respawn, so... I think both is fine. I think you could have, like, somewhat hovered, but it's, like, low-key your bot lane's fault, so... I mean, low-key, this game looks, like, kind of fucked. Oh. Nice. You play that well. No, that's fine.
I was thinking like, I should hold my W to, because like whenever you hold your CCs, they just kind of like squirm around, right?
Yeah, no, that's fine.
You're in the side it, but then he like flashes under tower. Do you think I just like, should I W earlier there? Or?
I feel like, here, I think you actually holding your W is fine. I think you should have W'd though once he gets into tower range, because here you're like here I think you should just W, force his flash,
okay,
and then get out. Because here, you know, if he flashes, then he's just living. But you kind of took like 2 tower shots, which like made it so you're close to lethal. But besides that, I think it's proper to hold your W. Yeah. I mean, Grubs is spawning in a minute. I mean, this kind of sucks because you kind of have 3 losing lanes. That's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
yeah. I was like thinking I can save him here, but
nah,
this is like the whole thing where it's like I get pulled by a laner instead of like resetting.
Yeah, here like no second thoughts after Raptors. I'm just resetting here, right? You're just wasting so much time, just like even hovering this. Like, ideally you want to become to like efficient level where you just reset instantly. But here you already have your Kraken Gold. Herald is in 40 seconds or Grubs, and you want to contest these Grubs, right? Because you're Bel'Veth. You don't want to waste any time on the map. You just want to insta reset here, and then obviously you dying here is just not ideal. This is just a horrible death, very bad death. And like you can't even contribute to this because like even here you should see okay, you're not gonna be able to contribute to this at all. You know, you should just reset. You're not in the conditions to, so this death is very unideal. Okay. Anyways, Grubs is spawning. Ideally, like, the top is gonna go away. But you have your Kraken, so you're really strong relatively. I think looking here is bad. Like, it's so bait to look here because you know Lee Sin's like covering this side. I think and you're a lot weaker, right? In the 3-3 2v2. I think in this situation, you should just look to one-shot one grub, low-key, and just get your transform. Because you have your Bel'Veth, or like your Vex is like sacking lane. She's like hovering a little bit. I think you should just look to one-shot one of these Grubs. Yeah, I don't think this is like a good grub. This is like fake contesting. It's like, if you actually like think about it for a second, you're like, yeah, this is probably not playable.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
it doesn't really seem contestable.
Yeah, but like even if Grubs is like very uncontestable because you have weaker top and mid, your Bel'Veth, so getting even 1 grub to get your transform is like not bad, right? So okay. I mean, this game is like low-key, this game is like kind of fucked game, but we'll see. Yeah. So here, what are you thinking of? Open up on the map. What are you thinking of? Like, what's your thought process?
Mainly, like, I feel like my top side, or not my top side, but my I can't really play towards top right now because both my solos are resetting, and they're like pushing my Jhin off of bot turret. So I was thinking about like going into bottom here, because they might. It was like kind of looking like they were gonna dive Jhin if he walked up.
So my gripe with opening on bot side here is that you kind of just don't want to play top side. Like your top is Omega Yap, and opening on bot side here, you're gonna be locked into like playing top side after you're like clearing this camp because you only have top side camps. So my issue here is that like honestly your top is like no longer a win condition. You should just be playing around your mid to slash bot because they have like the most setup, or they don't have the most setup. Like your bot is still really weak, but like you cannot ever like play against this guy, right?
Right.
So I think here, like if I'm looking at this, the wave is already cleared. The wave, like he doesn't really need to cover because Sona's coming. I think you should be opening on Grub here, and then clear your top side camps, and then play hard in the bot side.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think opening bot side here is good, but maybe you can get some kills. Okay, I mean that's good. They overextended, but I still don't think it's good because I mean I don't think they have to die here. They just do for fun, like low key.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of my decision making is like very 50-50, and then it only pushes it over to being like a 60-40 or like a 70-30 because they're just bad.
Yeah, you never want to be like result-based analyzing, and always want to, as a jungler especially in solo queue, you always want to take the more consistent play that will, over a lot of period of games, like will win out, you know?
Right.
Because you see here now, you're like locked into top side when you don't want to be locked into top side because you only have top side camps. Whereas if you were full clearing down, you could play into the bot side, play for dragon, stuff like this. I think this is just, I think this gate is like so fake. It like almost kind of worked out. But here, if I'm looking at this, it's like, I don't think you should look for this play. I think you should just take the grab because this gank like should never work out in my opinion. Like Xerath is kind of just overstepping. He has a ward here. Like, I think this is just so fake that you should.
Do you think I should just go like grab into like playing into his blue side?
No, I think what you should do here is that you should just take crab and then reset. Like your tempo. So basically for this dragon and herald, they're spawning at the same time, right? And you can look for a trade in this situation. I think wasting your tempo here is just so bad. Like as a jungler, you never want to waste your tempo. So this is like a lot of things you've been doing this game, like kind of just wasting tempo. So I don't think you should ever like look for this mid play. You just go instant crab into reset because you have 1.6k on reset, right? And then you just open on herald. Like this kind of throws off your tempo too much. Like here, you could already be done with crab and like in base, right? And then playing for grub respawn. Here again, I don't think you should be looking bot. Like this is so fake. I don't think you can really kill.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like this last like minute was kind of just a bad sequence. Here, mid play is like very fake, and then you should just then taking crab, and then you also your Belveth, so you should be prioritizing the herald, right, to get your evolved form. So this whole last minute was just like super bad, super unideal. Okay. I don't like that you want tabbies here. I don't think you should complete your boots this game until like way later on, because firstly you're going tabbies when they're like basically 3 AP. So I think you should just like this is what I like to do, especially with boots getting nerfed so much, is that I just sit on tier 1 boots and then you just try to rush your 2 items. Is I think not bad.
Okay. I usually did that on like assassins, like when I played Rengar or like Kha'Zix.
Okay, well you see at least I don't feel on herald, so this is like fine, but yeah, I guess this is fine. This isn't too like this is a little bit boosted, but this is not bad because you see Lee Sin on herald, so you're able to trade his bot camps. Like this is all good. This is a correct decision. I mean, you see them on top side, so you should go for the bot side camps. This is correct. I mean, you're pathing the, like this game. Besides your early game pathing, your first pathing was really bad. Which the problem in League or jungle in general is that your first pathing will always matter the most because it bleeds into your second, third, fourth pathing, right? So I think that was like your biggest mistake. But overall, like your game sense isn't too bad. Like you know when to invade, when to like take his camps. But I think my pattern is like I see you in a little bit and waste a lot of time is what I've noticed. Okay. I mean, I don't think. Like honestly, I think mid game and like this stage of the game is probably gonna be so boosted, especially in this elo. But usually most important is like early game. But let me scan through and see if there's anything useful. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure like I usually don't like to look at mid late game because it's like just boosted and like kind of unreplicatable. Whereas I think early game is the most important as a jungler, right? So yeah, this will just like be boosted fighting and dying. So we can just go on to next VOD. What do you want to see next?
Probably the Viego one at the bottom.
This one?
Yeah.
We can look at it win first. Let's see how you play when you win.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay, looking into this game, what are your thoughts? Looking at everything.
I think I have a really like a good bot lane matchup. Or not like a good bot lane matchup, but it's what's the word?
Volatile?
Yeah, it's very volatile like bot lane, and I have an Ornn top, so I kind of just want to stay away from that. And I think with it being Graves, I'm like open to getting invaded through my bot side, but I think I want to play top down.
That's good. I mean, so basically, looking at this game, like, there's no doubts that you should play bot side. Like, top is just Ornn lane. No doubts that you should play top side. What I would do to, so there's two things that you can do versus, well, firstly, I don't think you should be too scared to invade because in the 1v1 you're not that much weaker. So it kind of depends if your teammates can move, and I think mid should be able to get prio in this lane. So like you always have mid move. But there's two things that you can do against a Grace invade. There's really only like two timers that he can invade, right? It's either a late invade where he invades level 1 and then takes your bot side, which is obviously unideal. Also, I don't think you need to go pot, but I think it's okay because if you're scared of early game invade, that's also okay. Or you can get like a Raptor ward and see if he does like a 3 camp invade. So against a Graves, I would honestly try to put like an early ward if you can, if you are worried about it. But yeah, okay, this is good. Good early Raptor ward. This is actually super good. Only thing is your placement. That's bad. If you watch my streams, there's a specific placement. You can practice it. It's like right here ish, where you see this entrance, you see this entrance, and you see this entrance, and then you see one small raptor. So that's the ideal placement because then you'll see if he like goes this way, looks for a mid gank. But this, the raptor ward is good. It's just that there's this very specific spot. It's like right here, where it gives you all the information.
Okay.
But yeah, you usually ward at 115, so that's good. That's a good timer. Good that you know that. Okay. Let's okay, your Lilia clear.
It's very bad. I will say it's like I'm not a very good like I don't clear very efficiently on a lot of different champions.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
Like face tank a lot. So it's like,
that's something I would definitely work on because you're what? What's your peak? Masters or
300 LP Masters.
Right, so you peak 300 LP Masters. And just officiating your clear will just put you like ahead of every other jungler, right? So, for example, what I like to do is I just search up Lilia full clear, right? And watch it. Let's actually look at it right now. What's Lilia full clear? I think it's like 315-ish maybe. But maybe 2 smites less. So Lilia full clear, okay. This guy can do 306, but this guy's like a nerd. No, it's like this shapeshift guy. This guy's the best, like
dude,
one of the best
shapeshift.
players. Yeah.
I see the guy on Twitter all the time.
Yeah, no, I watch this guy all the time just to try to perfect my clears. Like, for example, one thing I already know you mess up, you can queue both blue and Gromp to be more faster, right? Okay. But anyways, you can do 307, and I'll try to aim within, like, 15 seconds. Obviously, the faster the better, but, like, at least somewhat decent, right? But anyways, okay. So this is another thing that you have to think of. So right now, your bot lane has already solo killed, right? The enemy bot lane. Do you know what that means?
They need to push, and then they're gonna take a reset.
Yeah. So what does that mean for the future?
I think they'll be stronger on crab spawn.
No. What it means is that they probably will, because they killed so early, like before 230, they probably won't
Mhm.
have push for crab spawn, right? Because if you think about it this way, they're gonna crash this wave,
Oh, and then it'll slow push out. Yeah.
or I don't know what the fuck they're doing. They're just so scared. They should have been on this wave, so they're just stupid. That's one thing. But usually when you're what happens in this situation is if your bot lane ever solo kills super early, is that what happens is that the enemy bot lane will be dead and they'll have death tempo and they'll be able to have push out on crab spawn. So you just have to take that into like your consideration. Obviously, it might not play out every single game if your bot lane solo kills. Maybe they'll stay in lane, maybe they'll still have push, but that's something you have to keep account for because if you're playing a very fast full clearing champion like Lilia, and you already know that he's full clearing down because you saw this, right? You saw him on this ward, so you
Mhm.
know that they're both fully clearing down. If you finish your full clear at 306, you can just reset and then play for top grab, and that way you don't lose, you don't get double crab, right? So that would be
Right.
ideal. But this is fine.
Is it better to go 2 points Q, or should I put a point in E? I meant 2
Uh,
points Q this game.
Shapeshift does E, because he does like the E here and then E here and then like multicam. So I'm
Okay.
I guess E is faster, but that's only if you're like used to the clear. So obviously your clear very slow with used to slide too, so try to get faster. I don't know how
Yeah.
else to put it. But yeah, look at here. Like I said, your bot had death tempo, right? So
Mhm.
this is a thing I like to call death tempo is like whenever you make a play and you kill them, let's say, and then you push out, you have tempo for that turn because you just kill them, you push out, you reset. The enemy will always have tempo for next turn. So what happened here is that your bot lane killed their bot lane, right? But then
Mhm.
their bot lane comes back, they're stronger, they'll have the tempo for this, right? But luckily in this scenario, they didn't have hella tempo because it seems like I don't know how this fucking transpired, but somehow your bot lane killed and still are winning lane. So this is fine, right? But that's just like to keep in for the future. You're playing this really bad. Okay. So you know Graves is full clearing down.
Yep.
You have mid prio. Yeah, your bot is like able to move, and your bot is like low-key pushing them out. You don't want to just, and you don't have smite, right? So you don't want to just
Mhm.
like if this Graves was good, he should have smite actually, because you should be like he did a 340 fucking full clear on Graves with like 2 smite, so he's just trolling. But anyways, when you're in this scenario, and you know you should have smite and he should have smite, right? You never want to this bush is very scary, right? But because you have mid prio, you can just walk in like face check this bush. Like, firstly, he should have smite, so he should be able to smite this away from you. But you know Graves is full clearing down, so you know he's on bot side. I don't know why
Mhm.
you pinged like top grab, because you know you saw him do Raptors, right? Did you know? Did you think he was on
Yeah.
top side, or what?
So I thought he like full cleared down and then went over towards his top crab because he wasn't showing on bot crab at like 340. So I was like, okay, well he's got to be top side because there's no way he's down here at 340.
Okay, I see. So yeah, that's a consequence of him being bad as well. But I would not risk it, and I would just make sure you get vision, like use your human ward here. But
Mhm.
honestly, he's just inting. Like I don't know what the fuck your Hui is doing, and your bot lane's also like what the fuck. So honestly, this is not even your fault. Your Alistar's like not even hovering. Like I don't know what the fuck this guy's doing. Hui pushed out. But also like, hey, your teammates are trolling, but also you should be hovering like here. This is where I'm
Mhm.
at, where my mouse is at, and yeah. Okay, this is fine though.
Blue team double kill.
I don't think this is a good play. Obviously, you
Mhm.
ended up killing both of them, but I think if this Graves is good, Because the problem is Grave just played it so bad. Like when you're at these HP bars, and his top is like even. The thing is you have first and mid move, so because your mid has reset tempo. Actually, no, I take it back. I think this is fine. I think you actually play this kind of bad though, because Graves here he should be able to like I don't know what the fuck he's doing. Wait, he used E already? What the fuck? Anyways, I feel like he should have E, and then I think you should play this a bit slower because you have mid move, right? So I don't think you should just W on top of him. I think you should like space it a bit. But your mid has hard tempo, so I think this is fine. But I think you do play it a little bit bad. I think you should, like here, I think you should, because you see that he's not attacking you, and I guess you see him use E there, but realistically he should have E, so he should be able to dodge your W. So here I think you should actually play it a little bit slower, wait for your mid. But yeah. That's good though. Yeah, I mean this is fine. Resetting here is good. You get your items. It's good that you reset here and don't save because you are oh, this is a big mistake though.
Okay.
So
is it like bad to go Wolves Grump into Grubs then?
No. That's not why it's a big mistake. But the reason why, okay, firstly, you're saying Wolves, Grubs, or Gromp into Grubs. When you're done with Gromp, Grubs doesn't spawn for 18 seconds, right? It's not the play. I think here, so the problem is you're playing a full clear champion, right? When you're playing a full clear champion, you always want to go to one side to another side when you're full clearing, right? So you want to take Gromp, Wolves, Raptors, Krugs, Gromp, Wolves, Raptors, like you want to do this on repeat, basically. The problem is if you do Wolves, Gromp, and then let's say you're full clearing Raptors, like look at the downtime. Like you go to here, right? Instead of just a straight line, you just cover so much or so little distance, right? Or so much more distance by doing the more inefficient pathing. So whenever you're doing a full clear jungler, it's typically 99% of the time you should and if all your camps are up, you should just open on one side of the camp. Because here I think if I were you, I would have just done like Gromp, Wolves, and then Grubs wouldn't still spawn for 18 seconds. You could do Raptors and then rotate up to Grubs would be ideal. And then you have extra camp.
Okay.
Obviously it looks like, I mean Graves is just inting, but like again, this is just like result based, right? Like he should have done this. You should have probably bet on Raptors, finish your Raptors, and then go up to Grubs. But this is still like ended up being good for you. Crossing the Raptors, that's good. Because obviously you don't want to stay for these camps. Let me see what happened here.
I kind of had a feeling that like I saw my Hui was fighting mid and I wanted to kind of hover. And he was low and I kind of like thought like what does Graves want to do here? He probably just wants to take or not take but kill my mid or gank my mid. Since it's the only real play he has.
Yeah, no, I think this is fine. I'm just trying to think like what you're hovering for, because obviously this far, but I think this is, I guess this is just a good read. I think this is fine. Now here, okay, after you kill Graves, what are you thinking, right? You have 1.1k. What are you thinking? You have a few plays on
the
that.
dragon just came out. My bot has push, I'm pretty sure, and bot lane is missing. And Graves doesn't spawn for another 12, so I guess I can reset and then be on the map like I think 4 seconds earlier than he is, and then play around my bot side and the dragon.
Okay, well, let's see what you end up doing, and then I'll tell you why I think is best. Okay, I'll tell you what I think is best. So, I think in this situation, you have a few options, right? You can play for the dragon, but I think what you can do is that here you just kill them mid, right? You're Lilia, you're a full clear champion. Graves doesn't spawn for 8 seconds. What I would do is you should just beeline this way. You should just get vision on his Raptors and then hit this, and then look for his red. You just want to get vision of these camps, and then actually, if you were here, you would be able to play for Raptor respawn. That's a little kind of hindsight thing because obviously in the game you wouldn't be able to track it. when he killed it. But anyways, you should have just been here, like get topside vision, and then play for Scuttle. Because you're a full clear champion, you don't really want to play for Dragon that hard when you're a full clear champion. You just want to clear your camps. So here you should be already on like, honestly, you should took his Raptors respawn, and then you would take this, and then you'd already be up like, this is like 2 extra camps, and you're kind of like just doing nothing. Like you're kind of just jerking off, like no reason for here. Then you should already be like, have 2 camps, probably take your blue, and then you could take Gromp, and then Wolves, and then after all that, I think that's when you should reset.
Okay.
Like here, you're wasting so much tempo. Like by now, you could already took these 2 camps, be on your blue. Like it's not worth it to take Dragon, especially because it's Mountain Dragon. It's the most tanky, and then you also don't have mid or bot push. So this honestly, this is just a horrible call. Because it's just better to take like all these camps, right?
Right.
It would have been better to take all these camps, reset, and then play bot side, and then play for Dragon. That's would have been a way better sequence of events. So that's like a pretty big pathing mistake, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie, again, like this is like kind of horrible just because you have so much gold and you're a full clear champion. You don't want to, when you're playing a full clear champion, you don't want to run from red all the way to up here. You really want, when you're playing a full clear champion, you want to be really efficient with your pathing. You want to just take really like low distance traveled and just full clear, right? Because you're full clear champion. Like going like from here to here is like super boosted. I think after red, honestly, I don't even think you should take red. Honestly, after dragon, I think you should have just reset. After, yeah, honestly, the mistake here is like, well, mistake is like going bot side anyway, but from this situation, you should always reset because you already have your item, right? You want to play bot side this game, and the problem with overstaying your map and playing bot side here is that it's gonna not give you the timer to play bot side, right? Because you kind of just want to full clear here, right? So in this situation, you should just reset. You should just get your haunting guys, and then you should just full clear top to bot, and then play hard bot side. This is honestly really bad as well.
Okay.
But yeah, you never want to be walking like this as full clear anyway. Somehow it works out, but I don't think it should have. Again here, I think you should just reset. You have your Leandry. Here, after you kill Zillion, you should just reset. Because Grubs is in 30. This is also like another huge mistake. It's like here, you just kill Zillion. Grubs is in 40 seconds. That just aligns to a perfect reset. You have your Leandry in base. There's no reason for you to stay on map. Like, there's literally zero reason for you to stay on map. Even having Leandry would just speed up your clear significantly on each camp. So it would just like, it just gain you tempo. Here, always reset. Always reset. Okay. You'd get your Leandries, you'd open on Grubs in 40 seconds, and then you just full clear. And then with the Leandries, it's just gonna, Grubs are gonna be uncontested. Your tempo for your full clear is always just gonna be way faster. So here it's just really horrible to stay on map. This is really bad. Also, I'm not sure why you do wolves here. Like I said, you always want to be clearing one side to other, right? When you're playing full clear champion. It's like kind of when you're opening out, like, let's say all your camps are up and you're just opening out red or raptors for some reason. Like when you're full clear champion, you always want to be opening on one of the side camps and then clearing into the other side.
Okay.
It's just way better for your respawns. But yeah, like here, yeah, also just huge mistake. Like you're just clearing all these camps when you have so much gold. The extra gold would shave you like 2 to, like honestly, like if you have Leandry, you'd probably shave you like 3 seconds per camp, which would have just in return been a lot better, right? So this is just like, this is like a big overstay on that. Okay, reset. What? Why do you leave Fountain with 400 gold?
I don't know. I actually don't know.
You want to build Riftmaker this game, right? Riftmaker second.
I think so. I think I was doing either Riftmaker or I think this game I might have gone Raleigh Zonia.
Yeah. Anyway, that's cool. So in this situation, it's okay to open on Raptors because you want to play in bot side, right? That's the only time where it's okay to open on one of your side camps. But ideally, you would open on Krugs. But it's fine because in this situation, your mid is hard pushed. You don't really need to hover mid. He has good vision. You can't really get ganked. It's okay to do this because you want to play bot side. mean, this is like all fine by you. It's not much to do. But you see how awkward it is when you're playing full clear champion and you have to run all these distances.
Yeah.
Like realistically, this game you probably should like with how the game played out, you should honestly be like 100 and probably like 10 CS per minute or CS right now, if you did efficient pathing.
Mhm. Yeah, I think one of the things that I don't do well is like I guess I just have really low CS numbers. Like I was looking at my OPGG like a bit ago, and like I'm averaging like really shitty amounts, and then I like told myself I think 1 or 2 games in a row I was like I'm just gonna try and get like high CS numbers this game. Like I don't care how the game ends or like how it opens up. Like I just want to get high CS numbers, and then I had like I think I was 7 or 8 per minute, which I don't know if is high or anything, but I just know that it's like it's pretty whatever.
Yeah, so actually yours is extremely low.
Hmm.
So yeah, you should never be averaging these amounts, and it purely stems it looks from your your pathing, right? But
Yeah.
obviously these amounts are like kind of unacceptable. Like even if you look at my CS numbers, they're gonna be lower because I'm playing in Korea and there's a lot more fighting. But typically, if you look at like even like let's look at this guy real quick. He averages 8 CS per or like 7.8 on Graves and like 6.4 on Lee Sin, a slow clearing champion. The thing is, the thing with that is that even if we're playing in Korea, which is like very fight heavy region, your pathing being efficient is the most important thing. Is the most important thing. Like even my CS, like on Skarner, it's gonna be low because like Skarner is just permagang champion. But like on Graves, it's gonna be high. Like on these farming champions, it's gonna be high. Efficiency is definitely the most important thing, and the reason why I think your CS numbers are so low is because you're not identifying what camp to take, and your pathing is obviously gonna get fucked. And if your pathing gets fucked, then your CS numbers is gonna get fucked. So. I mean, doing dragon here is fine, even though you have topside camps. Like at this stage of the game, like your CS numbers is no, it's fine doing dragon here. Like your topside camps doesn't matter. This is fine doing dragon. Dragging it's more important the more and more the game goes on because the stat amplifiers matter more, right? So.
Right.
This is also fine. Like crossing mid, when you feel like you're really ahead and crossing mid to the other objective, it's fine. It's just if you feel like you're really ahead, this is all good. Okay, what do you think you should do in the next like minute? Looking at this free stream.
I think I can probably just clear down and then try and place Herald on bot side.
Okay, so your logic is counterintuitive here, in a way. You have 1,400 gold. So I basically you have 1,400 gold, right? So you want to reset. You wanting to play bot side is correct. That's the correct, right? You want to play for this tower. You have Herald. You're gonna crack mid tower. Top is like chipping away at top tower. You don't want to play top side, right? It is correct. You want to play top side, bot side here, and it is correct to stay on the map and take wolves, right? But after wolves, you should reset. Reason being is that one. The reason why taking wolves, actually, I think you should take blue as well. You should take blue as well. And the reason being is that you always want to clear one side of the quadrant before playing on this side of the quadrant, right? Bot side of the quadrant. Because you already identified that you want to play bot side. You want to take your top side because then your top side will be gone, and then you'll have a long timer bot side, right? Because then you have all these camps, then you can play into these bot side, and then you can drop Herald and stuff like this. The problem with you, what you wanted to do is, which stay on map, is that then you're gonna have after your full clear 1,800 gold, right? And you never want to be making plays basically with that much gold. You always want to be making plays when you're fresh off base, you spent all your gold, stuff like this, right? So I'd honestly take blue here as well because you always want to clear one quadrant before resetting and going to the other quadrant. But here, like, this is just bad because the problem here is that now you're gonna finish your full clear, and then you're gonna have a ton of gold, and you're gonna be like, shit, I gotta reset, right? And then you're gonna have to reset and then go into your top side, and you don't want to play top side, right? You want to play to your bot, right? So here, that's the problem. You're going in here, 1,900 gold. Like, honestly, since you already blundered, you should have reset. Like this is another example of probably why you have really low CS per minute, is because you're just wasting time on the map. you're just kind of jerking off for no reason, like in this area, when you should have just reset. And like you're walking like here, you're fucking walking here, right? This is what resetting is for. Resetting is when you want to go to the other side of the map. So when you reset here, you want to go to this side of the map, right? It's ideal, right? You save time that way. You just went from here and walked all the way here when you could have just reset it and walked to here, right? So this is what I noticed too, is like you're just wasting so much time for no reason. Okay, fight happens. Random fight happens. Okay, that's all fine.
Blue team double kill.
But here you kind of get saved because your camps are gonna respawn, so you can just full clear down. You still have Herald.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
You should take. I also don't think you should have played the steel caps this game. Like, okay, basically, you should check you should actually check, and this is what I did, is that you look at your death recaps, see how much damage you're taking from autos. Right? Okay, let's say you have you have 2.2k HP, right? How much of that damage are you taking from autos? If you actually think about it, and you think about abilities, how much of it's AP, you're probably taking less than 50%. From my average, when I looked at it, it was about 30%. Now, if you think about that, 30% of your 2.2k HP, you have 700 HP, right? And then you're blocking 12% of that auto damage, so you're taking what? Extra, you're blocking basically an extra 60 damage, which is like not even half a Ruby Crystal. Don't think play to steel caps is good. Usually on Lilia, I think this game, I guess you could go Merc Treads, because if you're scared of the Leona CC, or you could just go, you could go a few things. You could go Merc Treads, you could just go Lucidity, which is like typical, right? But I don't think the Totality is as good here, right? Because also it's 25 armor, it's like you could just get cloth armor, right? Looks like you're going Leandri or Rally second, which is fine because their champions are very immobile if they're slowed. So I think that's like proper. Okay, we will ignore that. Okay, here what are you thinking? What's it going through your brain?
I think I should do these and then look for vision with my support on the bot side. Either that or reset.
So here, Leon or Rylai is 850. So if you had enough gold after this camp, I would reset and get Rylai. But because Dragon is spawning 15 seconds, you don't have enough gold. I think it's fine to stay on map and just finish the clear here. Also, Vision's like kind of fake, especially in this elo. It matters more greeting camps. If you ever can make a decision between setting up Vision or getting extra camp in solo queue, I think you should always get the extra camp.
Okay.
I mean, let's see how you approach this fight. I guess I don't really like breaking down how you play fights or how people play fights, because obviously everyone's gonna have a different lens, and that just takes time. You're not gonna be able to replicate it. But I mean, this was just nicely. Yeah, you see how your sun there? I think Merc Treads would have gained more value than your Hadis and stuff. So obviously your initial sleep was good. This is fine. You get chunked down a bit. I don't think you should walk all the way up. I think you should just keep going on Leona here. Because when you're Lilia, you just want to play the fight very slow. You just want to be having the fight basically extended as much as possible. So you can just go on the Leona here and just heal basically. You can just heal with your passive. You can just keep your conquer stacks up. I think you just running in and dying like this is not worth it. I think it was just better to stay on Leona. But anyways, fighting stuff will always just come with time, in a way. Yeah, I mean, probably we'll skim through the rest of the game, see if there's anything useful. But usually mid and late game is very useless to look at.
Yeah.
Or late game especially, because it's just
a lot of my problems stem from just my padding being pretty dog shit.
Yeah, early game. I mean, that early game is the most important as generally, right? Because if you have good pathing early game, that will snowball into the rest of your game. This is a lot of boosted fighting. I mean, this is just boosted fighting, but honestly, you have all camps up, but this is just fine. I think it's just nothing. Let me see. Yeah, I do like that you open on Raptors here. Okay, Do you know why? Or
What?
Krugs, I mean. Do you know why?
Is it
Just
because
guess.
the Baron is coming up? Like the Baron is up?
Yes. So the reason why opening on Krugs is good here is that one, you're opening on Krugs. You're not opening on Raptors, right? So that's good, right? Because you want to clear from one side to the other. You want to
Mm.
be all like if you are just farming and you don't think there's gonna fight happen in the next like minute, it's just best to open on this side because you know that you're gonna full clear up and then play on this side, right? And play on Baron side. So this is good that you're opening on Krugs because you're just gonna full clear up and then play it through top side. But it's good that you didn't open on Grop and like full clear down because then that would be super awkward, right?
Mm.
Okay, I mean all this is just solo queue, randomness, okay. Okay. What do you wanna look at next?
Probably just one of the Viego games. Probably the bottom one.
Wait, give me a second. Okay. Viego bottom one. This?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so loading into the game, what are you thinking?
I have Jax Tryndamere, and then like mid is just like mage matchup. I have a volatile support. Like I have Camille, and I think early game like I can't. Well, I can't really gank. Ganking Tryndamere is hard after 6. And ganking Ezreal like before or like after he has E is pretty hard. But I think trying to kill the Senna and the Hui is pretty good. So
So
pathing top to bot.
top to bot, I agree. I think you should always path top to bot this game because usually I always prefer pathing into bot because especially in lower elos, there's 2 kills instead of 1. There's dragon. There's just more reward, right?
Mm.
But the reason why I think it's better this game is because sometimes you want to pass top because it's a volatile matchup. And let's say it's like Riven, Camille, or like Camille Fiora, like something like this. But this top lane matchup, Jax will just eventually outscale, right? In this matchup and win in
Right.
isolation. Whereas early game is like somewhat hard, right? So you don't want to play through Jax early game in this situation because they kind of can win the 2v2, and whereas Jax can just farm and outscale later on. So I think it is proper to path top to bot. This is good that you're watching here. You can also watch here if you want. It's a bit more like aggressive. But yeah, this is like a good 5-point spot. Utility gets early ward. That's good. Let's see the Viego clear. So again, we search up Viego full clear. Let's see the timer that you can do.
Mm.
So Viego full clear, you can 259, no fucking shot. I'm looking like looks like a 305 ish, like 305 ish. Okay, so
Okay.
so firstly here I already know one mistake that you do. Like you can queue both of this and then smite this. So yeah, that's already a mistake that you're doing. But let's see. So I think that's also another thing. Like you should just try to make your clears a lot faster because they're just consistently slow. Holy fuck, top cap. Yeah, also another mistake. I don't think you auto the small wolves. Actually, that might be a mistake. Okay, your bot's working. So you had this ward, so you actually did see her pathing. So you know she started Raptors. That's good. So her pathing is very, what do you call it? Transparent. Okay. I don't like this invade. Do you know why?
Not really. I feel like it's in my head. It was like, okay, I steal the camp away, and then I can go back to my full clear.
Okay. The reason why I don't like this invade, and I think a lot of low elo junglers kind of stress themselves out about like, oh, I should invade, I should deny the camp. The reason I don't like this invade is that their Diana spent a lot of tempo top, right? Their
Mhm.
Diana is already behind in the full clear, right? If you didn't invade and you just finished your clear, red, Krugs, did your scuttle, then it doesn't matter that you invaded. She's still gonna have some camp up, right? So,
Yep.
because she's already so much behind in tempo, right? So after your full clear, you can take trap, and then you can either look for the invade, right? Because you depending on bot and mid conditions, or you just go for the double crab. Either way, you go for the double crab, and then maybe you can play first after respawn, right? Either way, in that scenario, you're guaranteed to be up at least 2 camps, right?
Yep.
But in this scenario, she spent her tempo topside. You had this is why I don't think invading is also good. You went from here to here, like that. You see how much like distance traveled? This is like
Yeah.
probably 20 seconds. This is like as much tempo as she used topside almost. So in this situation, you're actually the one that's like barely ahead in tempo, right?
Mhm.
Like she's actually able to take crab. Whereas if you let's say you just full cleared, right? Let's say you just full cleared. You would have been done with your full clear. You would have been on crab at this timer. You would have been able to take crab, and then maybe you could look for invade with your bot lane. But the problem here is that you already invaded and used your typo to get like basically nothing. Like you denying the camp doesn't really matter at all because she's already behind in tempo, right? Whereas it's just better to finish your full clear, take scuttle, and then maybe look for something, and then maybe look for top crab, maybe look for his raptors. Does
Okay.
that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. But anyways, the fight breakdown. I actually see this a lot. In lower elos especially, it's like when you see them take like a topside fight, you're like, oh shit, I gotta take their bot side camps. You only do that if you're like Karthus, you're already super ahead in tempo, you can take the camps really fast. But most of the time, it's actually better to finish your full clear, and then because you already have a tempo advantage from your gank, you can probably look for like either double crab or like an invade after, right? Because if you think about it this way, if you finish your double crab, you would have got double crab, and then you could take his raptors, and take his raptors is basically the same as taking his blue buff, right? And then
Mhm.
it would have required less tempo because you wouldn't have to travel as much distance. It's like kind of a complex topic that I think not a lot of low elo players know about.
Red team triple kill.
Okay, so opening up on the map, what are you thinking here? Like looking at lanes, what are you kind of thinking? Top's kinda getting
Well,
big
Dragon's
top.
coming up. Yeah. Dragon's coming up, so I think I should just go Grump, Wolves, and then play around the bot side.
Hmm.
Grump,
Uh,
Wolves, Raptors, and then.
so what I would do here, if I were you, is that I think you should play for crab firstly. Crab should be first, so it looks like you are going for here. But before playing for crab, is that you should probably, since you let's see, did you die first actually? Okay, actually you didn't die in our same tempo, but you are faster on her because you have your W and your
Red
E.
team double
So you should be able
kill.
to take this crab first.
Blue
Mhm.
team double kill.
Well, firstly, I don't know why you walk this way.
Red
Like, you never
team
should open on
triple
Krugs here.
kill.
You never should open on Krugs here because you have no camp spawning in this direction, and there's topside crab. So it's good that you just. It looks like you were kind of thinking about it. But firstly, you
Mhm.
should open on topside faster, and then you should WE this wall, by the way. I don't know why you don't, just to go faster.
Okay.
Or you should E like this wall. Like, you should just be beelining to this crab um, as soon as possible. Yeah, I mean, you got the crab, but like I said, you should use your E here or something, and then you would have got the crab way earlier. Also, you shouldn't have pushed your crab this way. You should have pushed it up, right? Because you want to go to Grub.
Yep.
You kind of get pushed out here. I mean, this is just top gap. Yeah, I mean, this is good that your thought process though was to take crab and then full clear down, because you never want to play for Grubs, right? With your top laner being this weak.
Mhm.
But sadly, there's like kind of top gap here. You're kind of just wasting time. So when you get pushed
Yeah,
out like
I was
this,
like thinking about it.
when you get pushed out like this, and they just have hard top round and they have support, you're just kind of wasting time. Like let's see. You started at 456. When you see this situation, what you should do is just go this way. Go this way, like and walk like here. Maybe you can play for wolves. If not, you just go for your raptors, right? But you're wasting
Okay.
so much time here. Like I think this is like your number one mistake that I'm witnessing is that you're just like being really hesitant, and you're wasting a lot of time just like jerking off, right? So here at 456, let's see how long you spend here. my god, it doesn't end. You just wasted 30 seconds, right? So it's like,
Yeah.
this is like actually game losing. Like imagine you basically 30 seconds early game. Like imagine you just start the game at 2 minutes. Everyone get started the game at 1. Like it's game losing. It's literally game losing. Like you should never be trying to waste this much time. And then here, whenever you're trying to re-enter, like it's way safer to enter through this side. So this is why I suggested that from here you should just walk all around here, soft contest wolves, like see what their play is. But you should always be contesting from this side because this is way closer to insert, right? Here, you just, yeah, this is just horrible. Really, really bad. Okay. Anyways. Hey, why we spamming you the Talia? That's okay. I do the same. Nah, anyways, that's good. So actually, yeah, okay, this is all fine. This is good. Okay, what are you thinking from here in this freeze frame?
I mean, they have bot prio. My support's coming back to lane, and we don't know where enemy mid or I guess their support is going. I think we saw her going towards dragon, but I feel like I should just, like, with top prio going, I should just beeline it to the Grubs.
Yeah. So here you should definitely just, so they're gonna get dragon, but they're gonna spend a lot of tempo using the dragon. Here you should always just beeline the Grubs. Take one. Like ideally you get all, but if they soft contest, then you could probably just take 1 and 2 and then leave. This is the nice thing about Grubs, right? Let's see what you end up doing. And you're wasting more time, right? This is such a fake contest because they're already on here, right? I mean, actually, I guess you guys can play for the fight, but this is such an awkward position. I don't think this is winning.
Yeah.
Okay. Nah, okay. I mean, to be fair, I don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Okay, if you put 2 challenger teams here, I'm pretty sure this is like so hard because you guys are separated. But then these guys just like leave the Diana. Diana just walks in the pit, like jerks off, and dies for no reason. So it depends. Like if you think this fight is winning, then obviously you can contest it. But I think in this scenario, the fight looks really hard because you guys are split up. They're grouped. They just for some reason let the Diana died, and the Diana just went this way. If you think the fight is losing, then you should obviously go to Grubs and then take that as contribution or retribution. This is also your team. Like they should have hovered you for this grab, so it's not really your fault. Yeah, it's fine to play safe there because you don't have sums. Okay, what are you thinking now?
I feel like I should just go, like with mid prio, I should just go into Grubs. Either that or take his bot side, but I can play the split on bot. But I feel like Ezreal's so far ahead that I should just go into Grubs.
Okay, so here, you should just reset. Okay. So I agree with your philosophy that you could probably play into Grubs, but the thing here is that you have 1,000 gold. You always reset here. You just have so much gold, and the thing is, unless you want to play to